thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, my name is Jyoti and welcome to another episode of Chai with Mind Chatterot. I hope you all are having a really good day today. So in today's video, I have a few messages for you. You know, it may not resonate with everyone. If it resonates, if it doesn't, but hear me out, alright? So the first message I have for you is to be mindful of your inner space. Acknowledge it, be aware of it, surround yourself with people who respect that. If you're already surrounded by people who do, then be grateful for that. If you're someone struggling with this, the first thing I would suggest you all to do is acknowledge it. You know, your intuitions might be calling out to you, be aware of that. Do not feel selfish or guilty in wanting this space for yourself because you owe it to your soul. The reason I felt the need to talk about this is I feel this sacred space is the birthing ground for creativity and those breakthrough ideas. When I say creativity, I'm not confining it just to arts. It is creativity in any field that you're drawn to and focused on. What I've noticed is there are certain patterns that are subconsciously playing around for a lot of us that we do not recognize. I'll give you an example. So if we look back at some of us as students in college or school, the day just before the exam, we tend to be a lot stressed out. And this stress kind of fuels an energy surge. We have this laser sharp focus and we inhale a lot of information quickly. And I'm not talking about by hearting, you actually grasp and understand things real quick. I'm not sure if this is the best example of what I'm trying to convey, but as an adult, there's a possibility that you are working with the same pattern and sourcing all this good stuff from fear and stress. So here's a thought, why not source it from a more serene and peaceful space? This way you're not wearing yourself out and there's no peak and dip of accelerated energy and energy drain. So just let the inner wisdom work for you. I've noticed that wise people are often misunderstood and misjudged. I'm sure you all have had at least one experience to relate to this. You're either being judged or you're the one who's judging. Imagine as a child, I don't want to say child, I don't think this time has anything to do with age. Let's just say in the past, a long time ago, I did not have the same awareness as I have now, and I have misjudged people based off their decisions and actions, and later on having an understanding as to why they did what they did and feeling like they did the right thing. So what I'm saying is wise people make the right choices despite of how people perceive them. They have that emotional strength. Let us all build that strength. You know, life has a way of putting us in similar situations over and over again till we make choices and decisions that aligns with our path. So stay true to yourself, stay in alignment with your guided path and do what you're guided to do in that moment. This is so difficult because it usually comes with a lot of discomfort because of the way we are programmed. Also, we don't have a blueprint of what's going to happen, so it becomes difficult to place our trust in such a process. The whole ordeal of beginning to trust this process is actually what wears us down, really. Some of us have so much endurance to all the crap that life throws at us that it becomes a vicious cycle till we make decisions that aligns with our path. You know, life is gonna be like, here, take another load of crap, you imbecile, make the right choices, you dodo. So do not build so much resistance due to fear. The sooner you realize it, the better. It's either misery masqueraded by a happy facade or true bliss. You know, you don't have to make sense to others. You do you, okay? So the next message I have for you is based off something I read on how everything that is happening, has happened and will happen, has already happened before in the previous cycles of the universe. Of course, there has been a lot of advancement in science and technology, but I am speaking more so concerning human experience. And I feel science is just us using the resources the universe has provided us with to simplify our life. You know, maybe there are a lot of other resources that we aren't using to our advantage because it doesn't align with our perception of science. Wait, what got me here? Oh, yeah, I was talking about the cycles of the universe and how things are bound to happen again in the future. Our ancestors have tried their best to share the knowledge they have gained then in the best way possible so we can use it, maybe not as it is, but a more adaptive version of it to the current times. So, what I'm trying to say is if you have some knowledge that you're holding, maybe it's time that you share it with everyone. You might think it is the silliest thing ever, but you never know how it would add value to someone else's life. So, create. When I say create, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Is it to go outside and plant something? Or is it to sit with yourself and draw in creative ideas for the book that you've been meaning to write or the art that you've been meaning to make? Anything that would add value to the future? Comment down below as to what comes to your mind first. So that's it for the video, guys. I hope some of you all had something to take away from this video, if not all. Until next time, bye.